us have had the great fortune to be acquainted with the phenomenal work of our next speaker, Srimati Lakshmi Narayan Tripathi, who received the Swarajya Sri Narayan Guru Award for Social Work a day before yesterday from the Vice President of India. I request Lakshmi ji to come on stage and address us all.
Jai Shri Mahakal. Good morning. Before even entering over here, I was just talking to two people, one girl from the Child's Commission of Maharashtra and one more activist from the India Foundation. And I was just telling about the irony that how progressive we are and still we have this inhibitions of not giving rights to people who deserve the rights. Am I invisible? How Lakshmi can be invisible? Impossible, no, to even think that I am invisible. Yeah, but I represent the only sexual minority. That day I said from this stage itself, the only sexual minority which is visible but still treated as invisible. I belong to such a community where our whole existence is wiped out. I really loved what Sir said, about how our culture was. I always say, our Hindu Sanatan, we are the most modern people. But morality ruined us, which was inculcated by the Britishers, and proudly we are still carrying over it, where a politician says, लड़कियां जीन्स पहनती तो उनका बलात्कार होना चाहिए. We should slap such people, left, right and center. Rather, I believe in this country we should give training to the politician what to be spoken and what not to be spoken on feminism and on womanhood. They still believe that those Khak Panchayat, which was created somewhere by the Britishers and somewhere of the barbaric rulers who came, those rules were prepared to protect our women, not to exploit them. I share one thing very common in so-called biological women and me is the womanhood. Somewhere I was reading and I just came across this beautiful thing, Meera Bawri tu thi. ये मानते हैं ना सब. समाज ने उन्हें पतिता कहा, कुल्टा कहा, पर मीरा जैसा भक्त कहा. Meera herself glorified Krishna 2000 times more. And I love Meera. Her bhakti is beyond. One day Meera was going and Sadgurus were having some beautiful discourse and she walks in. और वहाँ लिखा रहता है कि स्त्रियों का आना वर्जित है. Patriarchy. And people see Meera and start laughing, all the men, they start laughing. And they laugh their guts out and they, अरे मीरा बावरी तुझे पता नहीं यहाँ पे स्त्री का आना वर्जित है. And that time Meera again starts laughing back. And everybody is in a question why she is laughing. Then Meera says, आज मुझे पता चला नारायण के अलावा कोई और भी पुरुष है इस धरती पे. So I always say femininity is totally complete, even by, chromosome or whatever the scientific deals, it's XX, X square, men is XY. So the femininity in men is also there, only they have to prove their purusharth. So they create all the drama of power to keep the womanhood into their control. And that's why they abuse womanhood to such an extent in all the civilization, west, east, everywhere. And even I stand before you, it is not Lakshmi Narayan Tripathi was abused. It was my femininity which was abused. It was that I didn't fit in the boxes which was created by so-called Victorian, some rulers, and male and female. Our society never had this. Everybody had space. Kinnars has their own space. Everybody had their own typical spaces and very dignified and respected. But what happened to us? That after 65 years, 2014, I get to be an Indian. And after that, before that also Maharashtra government had already passed, all those, what we say, transgender welfare board and blah blah. I was quite happy that BJP is coming in, existence, and it would really do good for my community. 3 years down the lane, till now they have not even established the welfare board, though there is money, though there is everything, though 1,000 times a person like Lakshmi Narayan Tripathi going to Pankaja Munde's house and trying to convince her, please just do the implementation, ma. Telling the chief minister intervene into the matter 200 times, not. On the other hand, there is another man in this government, is Thawarchand Gehlot, who really supports me left, right and center when we go in Ujjain and reclaim our lost position in the Hindu Dharma. The biggest conversion from Hindu to Muslim happens in the Hijra culture. Today I am saying it from this stage. I have never spoken about him. हिंदू भी मेरे, मुसलमान भी मेरे, देसे हमारे में ये कहावत ये आड़े पल्ले की लाज है. But as Acharya Mahamandaleshwar, when we established that Kinnar Akhada, it was only to reclaim the lost position in the Hindu Dharma. The 13 Akhadas, the Juna to Avahan to Agni, name the 13. Or the 4 Peeth, Dwarka, Jyotish, Puri, Shingeri, none of them did anything for us. Mughals came, they took away all the young hijras out of their deras and made them an army to protect their harem, because they were scared that their harems will be used by other soldiers or the ministers. With that, they converted the entire community into Islam. But the Sufi culture was there. The Sufi culture was very beautiful, which protected the hijras. And what else would happen? But the Hindu hijras became totally silent. I was talking to Sudarshan, and I really, again, it gives me a pain in my heart that how parents disown the children. And why they disown the children is the simple thing is the society has created. Inke ghar mein hijra paida hua, there is a hijra born in the family, then the sister would be also a hijra, the other children will be also hijra. But for my sister is married to a now station commander of Indian Air Force. He's a fighter pilot. She has 2 children. And my biological brother, who is younger to me, has 1 son. He's working somewhere. So it's not like that. In this Swarajya online, I said, and I always say, my father is a true man. He produced all the 3 genders, male, female and the 3rd gender. And we come from Gorakhpur. And even I am from the Nath Gharana. We are Tripathis of the Nath Gharana. Saryupari Brahmin, Nath Gharana. There was a time where people wanted me to be killed. And my mother said, Mera bacha desi ghee ka laddu teda hi sahi. But how many mothers does have that much of capability to say under this patriarchal rule? मतलब माँ का आंचल ऐसे सिमट के रह जाता है कि उसका बच्चा घर में से, you throw the child out of the house, the child is left on the streets, raped 100 times, has to sell the body to eat food or beg on the streets, and then the society will say, Lakshmi ji, why the hijras clap and strip? Why shouldn't I? If you're scared and then you're giving me money, it's better you be scared and give me the money. What does the society has done now? See, for example, good government in 3 years, 5 crore rupees, 1 year, what we have. This one example, which is a thriving, and they remembered me about it. 1 year budget. Only one thing is there. I said, I don't need 5 crore rupees. Pankaja Munde, I don't need. You just say yes. I will see to it the UN funds the entire Transgender Welfare Board of Maharashtra. Lakhs of people over there of my community selling body for 50, 100 rupees. 3 years money is coming from the treasury and again going back. This means the political will of such people are shunya. And then how I can believe into the words of my Prime Minister, which he is thriving at the top to say, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. It is such politicians in the state which have ruined the faces of development in our country. People say you should access, justice. Where is justice taught in our schools? When we will come out of this colonial education system, why can't we teach our children the true history of our country? History is always written of the powerful who have been influential. Why can't we remove, Swaraj Foundation really, and what we say, Sudarshan, sorry for my ignorance, but the fact when Vice President said from the same podium, Guru Narayan Swami, I had to, when you said that I'm getting an award on this, I had to Google and see who was he from Kerala. What a disaster in my own life that I am getting an award in his name and I don't know who he was. Because as children we are never taught about our own people. कहते जनगण मन होगा, what will you say? Time is up, can I take 5 minutes? Yeah. They say Jangan Man will start national anthem before the movie, please stand up. But can anybody teach those new children who are busy in the disco and on internet what is real patriotism? That how our ancestors have shed blood, how women have stood in front of the Tiranga and taken bullets by the Britishers in their chest. How we will teach our children about gender, to respect anybody. We say, the Hindu Dharma says, Aham Brahmasmi Tathagat. I have never learnt in my school days. I come from Srimati Sulochana Devi Singhania High School, one of the best schools in Maharashtra. And nobody is taking that notion that the education system in this country needs a big change, then only we can stop our boys to rape our girls. Otherwise, nothing is going to stop. I really feel sad, The biggest sorrow in one's life is the sorrow of being felt, of being unloved. And that sorrow my community faces. You lose your parents. You lose the society in which you are born, go to school. You lose everybody, your friends and everybody. But only you choose to be as you are. Good, my community is not hypocrites. For living as I am, I take the sorrow of entire life, right from my birth till my last breath. And after I die, there is a question whether I will be buried or whether I will be burnt. Who will do the last rites? What will happen to my body? Whether I will go as, lavaris? As Indians, we always, at times and it is in our culture because our souls are very old. I believe, we are Sanatanis. We don't leave this land. These souls are always again reborn on this motherland itself. We have that scare कि मरने के बाद मेरा क्या होगा. Today 13 akhadas are against us. These shameless 13 akhadas, they claim themselves to be dharma gurus. Not a single thing they did for us. And when we made our own akhada, they say मान्यता नहीं देंगे. मैं बोली मान्यता बत्ती बना के अंदर डाल लो, चलो जो. तू कौन होता रे मान्यता देने वाला? देव दानव यक्ष गंधर्व किन्नर अप्सरा संत महात्मा साधु, तू तो 4-5 कदम नीचे है हमसे. कोई बेटा बाप को मान्यता देगा? नहीं दे सकता. मैं बोली एक काम कीजिए, 13 अखाड़े मिलके तप कीजिए, यक्ष गंधर्व को नीचे बुलाइए, वो मुझे मान्यता दे. दानव या देव या यक्ष या गंधर्व, इन 4 यवनी को बुलाइए, वो मुझे मान्यता देंगे, आप नहीं दे सकते. Manas उठा लें, pick up Manas Ramayana. In that there are so many, Tulsidas, Valmiki. At times it is written, it is after Kinnar, it is Nar Shrini. Kinnar doesn't have any Shrini, but the Nar has all the Shrinis of male, female, gay, lesbian, whatever. I belong to the Kinnar world. How blessed I am. I'm really happy that 2 bills are there and the present bill which Thawar Chand Gehlot ji, Ministry of Social Justice, has put in front of the Parliament is a wonderful document, and I really thank him right from the bottom of my heart for all his hard works. Even in consulting us, hijras, transgender, trans woman, trans man, I myself on 4th this month, I took an entire delegation of 30 people, and he was so humble to listen. Every people who protest, I always say them, doors are open, only learn to walk up to that doors and government will hear you. पांचों उंगलियां एक जैसी नहीं होती. Life is always like that. And you know one thing my community sisters has all across the world is the strength not to give up and not to surrender. I denied to surrender to the atrocities given by the mainstream society. I denied to surrender to the abuses which my abusers gave me. Only one thing I had in my life, when I had the ability to say no, and then it gave me the art of loving myself. And when I say femininity, the whole feminist movement is still a big question because it's always about the good girls and the bad girls. I rather say I'm a bad girl. Good girls go to heaven and bad girls go everywhere. I have to rather go everywhere, So, how does it matter? On what morality? I love Ram, I love Lakshman, but I won't allow any Lakshman of the society to get a Lakshman Rekha for me. मैं अपने बलबूते पे मैं अपनी रेखाएं खींचूंगी. समाज को मानना है तो मानो, नहीं मानना है तो मत मानो. Very recently, somebody said to me, because Ujjain Kumbh, 5,000 hijras elected me as Acharya Mahamandaleshwar. My life is an open book. I've written 2 books, The Red Lipstick Man. In my life, I wrote about all my affair. Whatever I did, till the present one. And my first book is Me Hijra, Me Lakshmi. तो एक आके मुझे पूछता है रिपोर्टर सेंड बाय समबडी, माई जो फेसबुक और व्हाट्सएप पे फ़ोटो है वो किसका है? मैं बोली जिसके साथ मैं शैया पे विश्राम करती हूँ पुत्र. And there were 500 people in my kutia, and Sudarshan has been there. He went blank. He said, how this? किसने घंटी बजाई? डर नहीं लगता मुझसे? हाँ, let me finish this. तो he was quite amazed. I said, बेटा मैं साधु नहीं हूँ कि मैं गेरुआ पहनूं. हम उपदेवता में आते, मैं तो श्रृंगार करूंगी. जब मैं अपने प्रभु को 3 बार श्रृंगार करती हूँ और तो भी मन नहीं भरता, तो मैं तो श्रृंगार करके ही मेरे प्रभु के पास जाऊंगी. तुम कौन होते हो समाज के ठेकेदार अगर कहे कि हमने अखाड़ा बनाया और अगर हम धर्म की राह पे चलते हैं तो मुझे गेरुआ पहनना ज़रूरी है, मुझे श्वेत पहनना ज़रूरी है. वो साधुओं को रहने दो, वो गृहस्थ हो के बाद में वो धर्म में आते हैं. मैं तो जन्म से जैसी हूँ वैसी ही हूँ, हमसे ज़्यादा बड़ा कोई जोगन नहीं हो सकता. He was quiet. मैं बोली वो तो मेरे अंदर शिव ने आशीर्वाद दिया था किन्नरों की शादी होगी. किन पुरुष आएंगे, गंधर्व पुरुष आएंगे हमारे लिए. Forget about men, it's so boring about them. हाँ, at times. हाँ, it's a headache. मतलब औरतों को पता होगा. My friend over there, that beautiful, Yakshani sitting right in front of me, she has lived her life. She would know. A man will never grow in life. They will be always a baby. And I'm also experiencing one. Life is always that. As Lakshmi Narayan Tripathi, when I was born, when on the streets I was teased at and said what not. Then I rediscovered, I said my sexuality is like Ganges. First people called me homo, gay, mitha. I never understood what is this, chakka, mamu, they called me everything. Then I thought, no, I'm feminine, so I became a drag queen, well and fine. Then drag queen, it was not only about parties and sex and about, having fun. No, for me it was much more than. Then I met Shabina, I accepted her as my guru and entered the Hijra culture. From 1999, we entered the social sector. I never thought India will have such a day where we have a Supreme Court verdict. The glorious verdict about how I have the right to choose my gender. Then we have 2 bills in the parliament. Then in this Indic thought, in this conference, I get an award from the Vice President of India. I would be the first one to receive an award from any constitutional position of that height, whether it is Prime Minister, Vice President, this. I was recently giving an interview to India Foundation, some camera person, and I said, this is inclusion. It's not because Lakshmi has gotten an award, anybody else can get an award. And from next year when you all are doing, I'll really see to it that not only transgenders, but gay, lesbian, everybody, name the gender, should be involved with this whole India Foundation, because it's not a movement, or it's not an organization. It's just not an organization. This is beyond that. I really enjoyed from morning I'm sitting, people and those ideas, because we as Indians have never been taught what is a true past, and it is a high time that morality should go out of our society, because it was never Indian, it was never Sanatani. We were there. Our culture is to accept, and there is no tiraskar for anybody. When I say, my Shiv, my Ram, my Krishna never did anything to unhone mujhe kab tiraskar kiya? But people sitting in the dharma only, they will do our tiraskar. They will put us aside. Only one thing I would request the society, and from this platform I would urge, I don't need money. Give me opportunity with equal dignity as any man and woman. I tried telling when Suresh Prabhu was railway minister, create a whole battalion of transgenders as home guards and security personals in train, and put them in the female compartment, What else safety you want? Jab Mughal Bahadur Shah Zafar's last general-in-chief was a kinnar. 500 hijras laid down their life to protect their dignity of the royal women in that time. It's all about treating. I only need love. What else I can accept? Thank you for treating me with so much of love and affection. Jai Shri Mahakal. Me as Kinnar can always pray that this organization should only not be an organization but a movement, and all my prayers and blessings are with you. Jai Shri Mahakal. Shambhu.